NWA referee Tommy Young talks about what took place during the very first edition of Halloween Havoc from 1989 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the Civic Center. And the main event took place in the Thunderdome steel cage with Ric Flair and Sting versus Terry Funk and the Great Muta. And you had Bruno Sammartino, as you see here, as the special guest referee. And Ole Anderson also intervenes. But nonetheless, during this match, with all the Halloween decorations, you have the skull, you have a bunch of cobwebs, bats, you had a burlap sack in the corner, all these different Halloween decorations. And what took place was, during one aspect of this match, you had the burlap sack in one corner catch on fire, and Tommy Young and another WCW employee from backstage, they tried their best to put the fire out. And without any further ado, let's take a listen to Tommy Young break it all down as far as what took place back in 1989 at the Civic Center at Halloween Havoc.
That was the deal where the cage was supposed to be electrified or something. And they, that was the night Bruno was the special referee. And I wasn't going to stay. I was going to leave. But they wanted me to stick around just in case I was needed. Okay, I'll stick around. Be an honor to be like Bruno's sidekick. So I was hanging out, and I remember they lowered the cage down, and they had these burlap sacks for effect. Somehow the electricity caught the burlap sacks on fire. And I said, I'll be damned. They think everything, man. We even got fire. I thought that was part of the show. Then I see one of the TBS guys come running down with a fire extinguisher. I thought, oh, brother, we got a problem here. So I remember I'm climbing the fence to go up there, and I thought, well, what are you doing? I mean, you climb up here, what are you going to do now? So I started beating the burlap sack with my hand, and the sack's coming apart. And sparks are... One spark flew into the audience and burned this girl's dress. And the fire department, I think, told them, you can't electrify it. That match was supposed to have an electrified cage, and we did the match, but the cage was not electrified. The audience understood. But I'll never forget that, because I go up there and I thought, now what are you going to do? You climbed up here, you ain't got a fire extinguisher. So I started beating on it with my hand. The guy that really got it out was the guy that Gary Hart managed. What was his name? Not Tenru.
Great Muta.
Muta, yeah, young, great kid, great performer. He spit the stuff out. Gotta wash my mouth. Spit the stuff out, this like food coloring, and put the fire out mainly himself. But I put it out with my hand, and I'll never forget that. I go up there, and the audience is putting me over, like, way to go, Tommy. I thought, yeah, I look like a complete goof, I guess, but I didn't know what else to do. But yeah, that happened. One of my many memories.